video 2 on the air conditioning on the Chevy Transverse dual evaporator. I ran out of refrigerant and I just put a new refrigerant bottle on there. And in the last video number run, I ran out at 500 grams. I stopped it. So it has exactly 500 grams, but this vehicle needs 1,050 grams. So I need another 550 grams in here. But I stopped because, you know, if you're using one of the AC Pro whack-off cans and you were going by the little green gauge that tells you everything is good. So let's not look at anything else. Let's look at the low side pressure, because that's all the little whack-off, jerk-off cans do. We got 34 PSI. Well, on the little whack-off can is in 34 PSI in that little green. So green means good. So we're good. And this is a dual AC. We have front and rear unit on. We got 48 degrees coming out of the dash. The outside air temperature right here, we're 89 degrees, 0.7. So basically we're 90 degrees ambient air temperature, 48 out of the dash. Hey, look, 180 PSI on the high side, 35 if you want to look at the high. But if you look at our superheat, we got a 60 superheat right there. What's 60 superheat tell you? And it's an expansion valve system, so you actually look at the subcooling. We don't even have 1 degree of subcooling. So without looking at pressures or temperatures, you'd be going, Houston, something ain't right. So let's get away from the whack-off cans, and we're gonna get back here. We're gonna put in 550 grams because we ain't using the AC Pro. Put in some of that cool juice. Give me some more of that there Freon. Okay, so we're gonna be pumping in some of that Freon. We're gonna be here from Arkansas. This is out to you, Arkansas guys. No offense, guys. This is somebody in Arkansas. We're gonna get some of that there propane and put some of that Mr. Hill juice in here. Okay, we got 40. Just put a little at a time. Okay, keep an eye on the superheat and the subcooling. Forget all the other garbage. The pressures, they don't mean shit. Just keep an eye, superheat and subcooling. As I crank in a few more grams, we got far away. I only put in 190 grams out of the extra 500. Remember, we're starting with 500. This is video number 2. You got to look at video number 1. But we're at 48 degrees with 500 grams on a 90 degree day. So not too bad. Okay, we got 270 grams in there now. So we have a total of 770 grams in there. And am I in the right place for subcooling? I couldn't reach any of the other lines for subcooling, and I'm gonna have to double check that. Okay, so now I got another 370 grams. We got a little subcooling going on there, but not much. I must be hooked into the wrong line. Where the hell am I hooked at? I literally cannot see and follow the liquid line. So I only clamped on to where I could easily get to it with my eyes. Okay, so I'm jacking in a little more. Now we're at 440, 450 grams. Right there, 450. So this is what I'm using as the liquid line, because I cannot get attached down here to the liquid line coming off the condenser, and I cannot get my hands in there to get onto the liquid line so I could get a good liquid line. So I'm using this, and I think there's something wrong with this here, but not my problem. We're just trying to get close. 460, let's get up to 510. 500. That should be about 510. No, that didn't. Yeah, 510. So we now have 550, I mean. Sorry, guys. We're still short. 540. That's pretty good for government work there. So let's come over here. Where are we at? So our superheat actually came down. Look at our subcooling. We are no longer 0.5 or 1.5. Our subcooling actually, it took that much to actually do something. We had to get right close to the 1,050 grams before the subcooling actually moved. So what's our temperature coming out the dash? Oh look, we're not 48 degrees anymore. Remember we had 500 grams and we had 48 degrees coming out of the dash. But now we are factory charged with 550, actually 540, and we have 52 degrees. Oh my God, something's wrong. Okay, so do you see how easy you could get fooled with the little jerk me off whack off cans? When you use those little cans and you go by that little gauge that tells you, oh, you're somewhere in that green and you got nice cold air coming out of grass, but we only had 500 grams. Or 500 grams on a 90 degree day, on a 91 degree day, what does that tell you? That means your compressor is starving for cooling. It's not getting cool flow refrigerant, and it's starving for oil because oil goes out of the compressor, but not all of it comes back. This is how the whack-off guys who use the little whack-off cans, who cool by, it's coming out cool out of the dash, and we got the green, and customers are burning up compressors, but they were happy when it was cold, but they're not so happy. And the guy, they go, I didn't do nothing wrong. All I did was follow the little green thing. I whacked it off until it was happy, and it splooged its lube, and then we're all good. I got my money, the customer drove away. The customer needs a compressor later. Cha-ching, bring me some more money. Good old little whack-off cans. See you guys.